Perhaps you're in total disbelief with all the chaos, but you're at the right place at the right time. This video found you because you are now paying close attention. Ask a child what they want to be, and they'll describe a life without limits. But for you, why is writing down what you truly want so difficult? We've been programmed by social conditioning, but in this video, we're using science to get you back on the fast track to a life without limits. It's time to change that programming, and I know this because I had to do it myself. Hi, I'm DC, your manifestation mindset coach. I started this journey because my life was completely out of alignment. My finances, health, and purpose were all in the negative. I hit a crossroads after my anchor, my mom, transitioned, and I felt utterly alone. If you've ever felt that way, you aren't alone. It wasn't until I traveled to places like Dubai and invested thousands in elite training with the world's top thought leaders that I was able to bring order out of chaos. Now I'm privileged to deliver the best of everything I've learned to people worldwide, whether you're at a turning point or already successful, but searching for more. Today, I'm showing you the science of how to turn your script into a blockbuster hit. So let's get right into it. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever told someone you have a bad memory? I know I have. But here's something interesting. If I ask you to recall a fond or horrible memory from childhood, you could do it and speak about it as if were yesterday. Let me give you an example. My late mom would always tell me the story of when she first came to the United States from Myanmar and got a free banana split at Macy's in New York City. She could go into great detail about the flavors, what it looked like, and the wonderful sensation in her body. She could even recall the weather that day. That must have been one hell of a banana split. This proves that we do have outstanding memory. Why? It's because there was emotional content. The greater the emotional context we have in experiencing any event in our lives, the more likely we are to be able to recall it in our memory. Now you're probably thinking, what does this have to do with my script and my manifestations? Those events with a lot of emotion happened to me and not something I created. To understand how this level of detail is possible, we need to examine the brain. In terms of memory, there are two vital parts, the hippocampus and the amygdala. The amygdala is the brain's emotional processing center. It doesn't care about facts, it cares about feeling. When she experienced that strong emotion, that joy and wonder of a free banana split, the amygdala lit up and essentially highlighted that moment for the hippocampus. It sent a signal saying, this is important. This felt like something. Burn this into the hard drive. Think of the hippocampus as a high-level librarian. Its job is to take daily experiences and turn them into long-term memories. It tracks the who, what, where, and when. It is responsible for the facts, like the fact that she was at Macy's in New York City. When these two work together, they create emotional memory. Without the amygdala, the hippocampus just sees data, which is why people forget what they had for lunch 3 days ago. But with the amygdala, the memory becomes sticky. This is exactly why she could remember the weather and the flavors so clearly. The emotional highlighter made that memory permanent. In terms of manifestation, if we can trigger the amygdala while focusing on the script, we aren't just thinking about a goal. We are physically embedding it into the long-term neural pathways as a lived reality. Imagine if you were able to get your true heart's desires you've wanted your entire life, instead of settling for good enough. Imagine if you could at last breathe easy, knowing that all your struggles and worries have prepared you for this very moment as you're watching this video and implementing the strategies I'm about to share with you. Imagine if you could feel the joy and exhilaration that was intended for you by God's design, simply because it was what you wanted, and you finally figured out how to get it before your time was up on earth. That's why you need a life script that taps into the amygdala so as to speed up your manifestations. Now you're probably wondering, how do I use this emotional part of the brain to manifest my desires? Let me tell you, it's actually quite easy, but it requires some discipline because of the fun part. You must be a kid again. It comes down to these 3 steps. Make sure you stick around for the 3rd step, which is my personal favorite and the most important. Now take the script you wrote from the last video, and now we're going to write it in story form. If you haven't watched that video, you can pause this video and write about all the things you want, and resume this video when you've got that done. You can also work on the script later. Just don't procrastinate. To write in story form, it's best to apply these simple steps. First, write it in present tense. Instead of saying, I will have or I would like to have a new house, say instead, I'm blessed and thrilled that I'm living in my brand new house. Second, make sure you have a timeline as to when you have acquired your desires. For example, instead of saying, someday I would like a new career that pays me more, try saying, on November 11th, 2026, I'm excited and grateful that I have a new career as a remote project manager making $95,000 a year. I remember my mentor once taught me, goals are dreams with a deadline. And lastly, and my personal favorite, integrate the various goals into a day in the life of you. For example, talk about waking up in your brand new beach house on a beautiful sunny day next to your stunning partner. You hold hands as you both make your way to the shoreline for a morning stroll. Then together, prepare a delicious and healthy breakfast before the start of the busy day ahead, checking in with your thriving multi-million-dollar businesses and your wonderful online community. You both make plans to travel to Europe on a speaking tour, where there you and your amazing partner will enjoy the pleasures, the food, and the sights of the breathtaking places you go, while at the same time helping and serving the world. Now, I want to give you a very important warning. Most people think that just being in a high vibration, being happy and excited all the time, is the secret to manifesting. But here's the truth. High vibration without direction is just vibrational chaos. Think about it. If you are vibrating at a high intensity, you are magnifying everything in your field, including the hidden fears or the things you actually want to avoid. That's why so many people start manifesting, only to find that their lives become more chaotic instead of more peaceful. You don't just want a high vibration, you want the ideal vibrational state. In the next video, I'm going to show you the science of how to move beyond the highs and into the state of total alignment. I'm going to teach you how to tune your frequency so precisely that you only attract what is for your highest good and leave the rest behind. You cannot afford to miss this, because this is where we turn your script into a physical reality. Make sure you tune into the next video, where we move from imagination to actualized alignment. If you enjoyed this video or got anything out of it, please do hit the like button. Comment below, let us know where you are tuning in from. That's always nice to know. And if you're new to this channel and you haven't already, please consider subscribing to get the latest in all things law of attraction, turning your life around, strengthen that winner's mindset so you can manifest the good life. Why not you?